morning, class. So before we proceed, I would like to request all of you to please stand. Let's have our opening prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, good morning, class. Again, good morning, class. Alright, so before you take your seats, I would like to request all of you to please align your chairs. Okay, and pick up some pieces of paper. Alright, so you may now take your seats. Okay, so I will be checking your attendance. So, who is absent for today? Is there any absent for today? Okay, no one is absent. Very good. Let us give ourselves 5 claps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so before we proceed, just a short reminder, I would like to review our classroom rules. What are those again? Okay, first, listen to the teacher. So listen to me while I'm talking here in front. Second, participate in every activity. So you need to participate in every activity done individual or by group. Third, respect each other's presence. So respect your classmates and listen to them if they are talking here in front. Fourth, alright, always wear your smile. So I'd like to see you smiling. And last one, fifth one, okay, ask questions for clarification. So I'm encouraging all of you to please ask questions. So, okay. Now, what was again our topic yesterday? Anyone? Okay, our topic yesterday was about the effects of typhoon. Now, what are those effects of typhoon, by the way? Give me some effects of typhoon. Alright, so what effect is? It can destroy buildings and houses. Another. Okay, typhoons can destroy our natural environment. So very well said. Now, what are the things you need to prepare in case there is a typhoon? Who can answer? Alright, so if there's a typhoon, we need to prepare our first aid kits. What? Okay, batteries, cell phones, gadgets, and stuffs that are essential during emergencies. So now, before I proceed to our next topic, let me check first if you are familiar with some terms that I will post in the board. So here is the first word. Okay. Here. Okay, everyone read. KPH. Here. KPH. So, what does KPH stands for? Alright, so KPH stands for kilometers per hour. So, KPH stands for kilometers per hour. Now, what is the meaning of KPH? Anyone can answer. Alright, so KPH is a unit measuring our public weather or the movement of the wind to a particular direction. So here's another word. Here. Everyone read. Pag-asa. Okay, now what does Pag-asa stands for? Pag-asa stands for anyone? Alright, so Pag-asa stands for Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration. So again, read. Pag-asa stands for Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration. So, what is the function of Pag-asa? Okay, Pag-asa is a Philippine national institution dedicated to provide flood and typhoon warnings, public weather forecasts and advisories and other services primarily for the protection of life and property. So it is a Philippine institution that provides us typhoon warnings, weather forecasts that serves primarily for our protection. So that is the function of pag-asa. And these two words will be mentioned as we go on our discussion later. So now, who among you here always watch news in TV? Do you always watch news in TV? Okay, or do you listen? Do you even listen to radio broadcasts whether there's a typhoon? Okay, very good. Now, I assume that you already heard the word storm signals. Am I right? Okay, so what are those storm signals, by the way? Anyone who can answer? Okay, very good. Storm signals are signal number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now, today I will be presenting to you a video or a public weather forecast, and I want you to please listen and take down the important details, particularly the storm signals, because I will be asking questions later. Is that clear? Okay, very good. So, here's the video.
Samantala mga kapuso, nadagdagan pa ang mga lugar na nasa ilalim ng warning signals ng pag-asa habang papalapit ng bansa ang Typhoon Nina. Hingi na tayo ng update sa ating resident meteorologist na si Nathaniel Cruz. Magtani?
Yes, Pia, lumakas at bumagal ang kilos ng Typhoon Nina ayon sa pag-asa. Sa forecast track ng ahensya, bukas na ng hapon o gabi na ito maglalandfall dyan sa may probinsya ng Catanduanes, dadaan dito sa may Bicol region sa gabi, at sa Lunes ng umaga hanggang sa hapon ay tatawirin man ito ang Calabarzon at malapit na malapit yan dito sa Metro Manila. Sa ngayon, signal number 2 ang nakataas sa may Catanduanes, Albay at Sorsogon sa Luzon at Northern Luzon o Northern Samar naman dyan sa Visayas. Aabot sa 120 kilometers per hour ang lakas ng hangin mararanasan dyan pagkaraan ng 24 oras. At kaya nitong sirain ang yerong bubong ng mga bahay at bunutin ang mga malalaking puno. May banta rin ng storm surge sa mga coastal area na hanggang 2 metro ang taas o isang palapag na bahay ang katumbas. Signal number 1 naman sa mga probinsya ng Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Romblon, Masbate kasama ang Ticao Island at Murias Island, Marinduque, Quezon kasama ang Polillo Island. Signal number 1 din sa Samar, Eastern Samar, Biliran at hilagang bahagi ng Leyte. Maging I am ready po sa posibleng pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. Mamayang gabi, posible na rin magka-signal number 1 sa Metro Manila at mga kalapit na lalawigan. Manatili pong kalmado pero I am ready sa masukit na panahong mararamdaman simula bukas ng hapon. Bukod sa mga coastal area na may signal, delikado rin pumalaot dyan sa mga seaboard ng Northern Luzon at Eastern seaboard ng Central Luzon. Inaasahan kasing magdudulot ng mahigit 4 na metrong alon ang hanging amihan sa mga naturang baybayin. Huling namata ng pag-asa ang mata ng bagyo, 390 kilometers dyan sa may silangan ng Virac at Catanduanes at umaabot na sa 175 kilometers per hour ang hangin nito malapit sa sentro at 215 kilometers per hour naman ang bugso. Kikilos ang bagyo pa west-northwest sa bilis na 15 kilometers per hour. Pia?
Maraming salamat, Mang Tani.
Okay. So, now, what was the weather forecast all about? Anyone? Or what is the name of the typhoon that was being mentioned? Okay, so the weather forecast is all about the upcoming or the typhoon Nina. Okay, very good. Now, what and where does the typhoon Nina said to landfall? When and where? I mean. Okay, very good. Now, what are the storm signals that were being mentioned in the news? What are those storm signals that were being mentioned? Okay, very good. So, storm signal number 1 was being mentioned and storm signal number 2. Now, give me some places that were being mentioned in a particular storm signal. Okay, very good. Anyone? Alright. So, very good. So now, after watching the video, do you guys have any idea what will be our lesson for today? Okay. So, our lesson for today is about our lesson for today is about describing the effects of winds given a certain storm warning signal. Okay, so now I will be going to post a chart here in our board, and I would like to request all of you guys to please focus on the chart and analyze the data presented. Okay, please listen. Now, why do we have storm signals, by the way? Do you have any idea? Why do we have storm signals? Why does Pag-asa created storm signals? Anyone? Okay, very good. So storm signals warns us on how strong that typhoon that will come in a specific place. So, when Pag-asa raised storm signal number 1, what does it indicate? So, kindly look at the chart. What does it indicate when Pag-asa raised storm signal number 1? Okay, very good. So, based on the chart, it indicates that winds of 30 to 60 kilometers per hour is expected in that area, and irregular rains will be expected in at least 36 hours. Okay. Now, how about when signal number 2 is being raised? Alright, so if signal number 2 is raised, it indicates the winds of greater than 60 kilometers per hour and up to 100 kilometers per hour may be expected in how many hours? Okay, in 24 hours. Now, how about if signal number 3 is being raised? What does it indicate? Okay, so winds of greater than 100 kilometers per hour up to how many? 185 kilometers per hour may be expected in at least 18 hours. Now, in an instance, signal number 4 is being raised. Now, what does it indicate? Okay, so in signal number 4, that typhoon has a very strong winds of more than 185 kilometers per hour may be expected in at least 12 hours. So, it is different from the first 3 typhoons because it has a stronger wind impact compared to the 3 typhoons. Now, as what I've said earlier, Pag-asa has modified the storm signals and added storm signal number 5. Now, if storm signal number 5 was being raised, what does it indicate? Okay, so the signal number 5 implies that the winds is more than 220 kilometers per hour and may be expected in at least, okay, very good, 12 hours. Now, how about the wind impact of each storm signals? So I will be presenting a picture of each storm signal. So now, here is the first picture. Okay. Now, based on this picture, what storm signal does it indicate? Let's take a look at this picture. Okay, so this picture indicates storm signal number 1. So this is an effect of storm signal number 1. So the impact of wind in storm signal number 1 as very light or no damage to high-risk structures. So based on the picture, the trees are moving because of the wind. And according to Pag-asa, some banana plants will be tilted and a few downed and leaves are generally damaged. So in signal number 1, there is no damage to very light damage at all. So that will be the impact of signal number 1. Now how about in this picture? What does this picture indicates? So here, what have you observed? So there is a coconut tree that falls into the ground. Okay, so what is the storm signal that this picture indicates? Okay, so this picture presented an effect of storm signal number 2. Okay, so in storm signal number 2, the effect or the impact of the wind, according to Pag-asa, is light to moderate damage to exposed communities. It means some coconut trees may be tilted and some of them may break, so it can be seen in the picture, and few big trees may unrooted, many banana plants may be down, and old galvanized iron roofing may be peeled off. So the impact of the wind is light to moderate damage. Okay, so by the way, that the picture that I have presented is an effect of Bagyong Kinta in Calapan, Oriental Mindoro. So that's it. Now how about in signal number 3? So this one. So what have you observed in the picture? Okay, so there is a massive flood and damage to houses. So in signal number 3, as you can see, according to Pag-asa, many coconut trees again may be broken or destroyed, and majority of light material houses may be unroofed or destroyed. So houses will be destroyed in signal number 3. And there may be considerable damage to structures of light to medium constructions. So in general, moderate to heavy damage may be experienced, particularly in agricultural and in industrial structures. So this photo is an effect of Bagyong Lando that hits in a particular place in the Philippines. Now, how about this picture? Okay, how about this one? Okay, so what have you observed in the picture? Okay, this photo is an effect of Bagyong Ondoy. So, are you familiar with Bagyong Ondoy? Yes, Bagyong Ondoy swept across some parts of Metro Manila and Luzon. And sadly, many people died during this typhoon. Okay. So, according to Pag-asa, the effect of the impact of the wind of signal number 4, coconut plantations may suffer extensive damage, many large trees may be unrooted, and most residential and institutional buildings of mixed construction may be severely damaged. So, and electrical power distribution and communication services may be disrupted. So, it's very difficult, and damaged affected communities are very heavy. So, that is why the effect of Bagyong Ondoy has brought huge or severe damage to the people in Metro Manila community. Now, how about this one? Okay. Here. How about this one? What have you observed in the photo? Okay, so as you can see, a lot of houses were being damaged because this picture presented an effect of signal number 5. So you can see there is a lot of damages, and this picture was caught in Tabaco City, Tabaco City, Albay, during the super typhoon rolling. So according to Pag-asa, in signal number 5, the wind impact is very heavy to widespread damage. It can make a whole community homeless. So as you can see, people are being homeless because of their houses were being damaged, and many stones will be gravely destroyed. So this is signal number 5. Okay. And in addition, mostly signal number 5 indicates an effect of super typhoon. Just like this picture, this is an effect of, diba, super typhoon rolling. So that's it. So now, I will be presenting an automatic suspension guideline during typhoon. So, according to Executive Number 66, for complete rules on cancellation or suspension of classes. So, as you can notice, when we experience signal number 1, in signal number 1, no classes in kindergarten. And in signal number 2, no classes in kindergarten, elementary, and high school. And if our place was being raised in signal number 3, automatic, no classes in kindergarten, elementary, high school, and college, including graduate school. So of course, the local government unit or the LGU has the authority to declare local suspensions in areas when there is no storm signals. So okay, now I will be giving a group activity. So I want all of you guys to participate. So I will be dividing the class into 2 groups. So here is the group 1 and here is the group 2. So please listen. In group 1, you are going to perform a news reporting based on our discussion for today about the storm warning signals. Now, you're going to give us an information about the typhoon and give us some warnings if it is signal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you understand? Okay, very good. Now, in group 2, listen. You are going to make a scene on preparing for the incoming typhoon. Now, show us the right things to do. How are we going to prepare? So, do you understand? Okay, very good. Now, I will give you 5 minutes to prepare, and we are going to start after 5 minutes. Is that clear? Okay, very good. Okay, 1 minute left. Alright. Now, let's start from group 1. Okay, very good. So, let us give the group 1 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, group 2, it's your turn. Okay, very good. Let us also give 5 claps for group 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well done, guys. Now, since you already understand our topic and since you already know what are the storm signals and its impacts of wind, now, as a review, how many storm signals do we have, by the way? Okay, very good. There are 5 storm signals. Now, based on our discussion, Diba? We have 5 storm signals. Why? Why do you think Pag-asa created a storm signal system? I've already asked this question earlier, but now since you already understand and since you already get some knowledge about our topic, then why do you think Pag-asa created a storm signal system? Anyone? Okay, very good. Pag-asa created a storm signal system because our place or our country is near the Pacific Ocean and often visited by typhoons. And in order for us to be aware about the upcoming typhoons and for us to be prepared on what are we going to do, because surely the storm signal systems will help us to be prepared. Now, why did Pag-asa added signal number 5 in the storm signal system? So, I have already mentioned it earlier. Why do you think that Pag-asa added signal number 5 in the storm signal system? Okay, very good. Pag-asa added signal number 5 because signal number 5 is also considered a super typhoon due to its impact of wind. And it is to raise public awareness that they will take signal warnings very seriously. Now, does it indicate that some typhoons are serious and some are not? So, does it indicate? Anyone? Okay, very good. So, even if it is signal number 1 and 2 that has less impact compared to the other storm signals, we should always remain vigilant, especially when it comes to our safety. And let us not take typhoons lightly and act accordingly to when Pag-asa is telling, because they are for our guidance and to inform us about the possible effect of the upcoming typhoon. Now, I have this one question. As we are now living in a generation where it is easy for us to access information relating with our topic for today, how can technologies help us in times of typhoon? So what is the importance of technology in times of typhoon? Anyone? Okay, so in times of typhoon, it is always important for us to watch and to listen news. And through watching news in TV or listening news in radio broadcast, so we are able to be informed or to get some information so that we will be prepared for the upcoming typhoon. So that is why technologies are really important or significant in addressing typhoon and in any types of emergencies. So now, for your assessment, I would like you to prepare a 1/2 sheet of paper and write the missing data on this chart that I will be presenting. Okay, is that clear? Right, so I will give you 10 minutes to answer. Time starts now. Okay, 2 minutes left. Okay, done. Pass your papers in front. Okay, alright, very good. Now, for your assignment, I would like to ask you to copy or cut out a news. Any news about a storm signal or typhoon from the newspaper. Or aside from newspaper, you can also print it out and you can also search in the internet or use the possible resources available in your house and cut or copy and then paste it in your assignment notebook in science. So just one use, okay? Oh, it doesn't matter if it is updated or recent news, but as long as it is about a news, about the weather, or the storm and it talks about storm signals. Okay, so, is that clear? Alright, very good. Now, before you go out, I would like to request all of you to please arrange your chairs and pick up some pieces of paper. Okay. Are we good? Okay, now let's have our closing prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, goodbye, class. Okay, see you next meeting. God bless.